Hello everyone, welcome to Passion Studies. My name is Dikshant Sharma and आज इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे MEA इंटर्नशिप पॉलिसी, उसकी जो टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस है, क्या गाइडलाइंस है, वो आज हम इस वीडियो में डिस्कस करेंगे. बिकॉज फॉर मेनी डेज स्टूडेंट्स वर asking me that what are the terms and conditions, what is the eligibility criteria, duration and everything. Although I have already made video on this topic multiple times, but still a fresh video I am making ताकि जो भी students हैं वो दोबारा इस चीज को clarity के साथ सुन सके and they just get their doubts very much clear, right? So अगर आप देखेंगे MEA इंटर्नशिप जो होती है वो आपकी 2 टर्म्स में रहती है, टर्म 1 एंड टर्म 2, राइट. एंड उसमें अगर आप देखेंगे जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट मोटिव है इस इंटर्नशिप को कराने का वो यही है दैट to provide value to the interns, to ensure better gender inclusivity and to increase diversity in terms of qualifications, domicile and socio-economic status amongst the cohort of interns engaged in the ministry. So it is a very holistic and very, I would say, kind of a vast exposure to everyone who's coming out there and working as an intern, as a trainee, and grabbing a lot of exposure at the core of the ministry. So अगर eligibility की बात की जाए, so internships at MEA headquarters shall generally open to the Indian citizens, right? With a minimum educational qualification of graduate degree, right? So आपको graduate होना compulsory है एक recognized university से, या फिर आप अपने final year में होने चाहिए, right? Or you are in your final year of your undergraduate program where internship is mandatory part of their final year curriculum, right? As you know, NEP has come and in many courses in the last year, right, internship is very much compulsory. I'll tell you my experience also when I was in my final year. So I also grabbed MEA internship and I also interned with UNDP, right? So it holds a very significant contribution towards your career and it can really boost your CV also, right? So age of the candidate should not exceed 25 years on 31st December of the year of internship. क्योंकि internships are basically for students, for youth, right? So it's not kind of any employment or job. So it's like a training. It's like kind of कि आप किसी चीज का प्रशिक्षण ले रहे हो, right? You are learning the office work, the exposure, any project is given to you for short duration, right? So you have to know this kind of bifurcation. अगर intake and duration की बात की जाए, so every year internships will be offered in 2 terms, as I told you, for 6 months each, like that is April to September and October to March. A maximum of 30 interns will be engaged by the ministry during each term. It can go up and down, like according to ministry's discretion, but each intern will be engaged for a minimum period of 1 month and a maximum of 3 months. So ये भी आपका डाउट था कि सर हम कितने टाइम तक वहां पर काम कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो एक प्रोसेस में पूरा 6 मंथ्स लगेंगे, बट वहां पर आपका जो मैक्सिमम काम करने का टाइम है वो 3 मंथ्स है, मिनिमम 1 मंथ, राइट? सो एज आई टेल यू माई एग्जाम्पल, when I was in my final year, so for 2 months I interned with UNDP and for 1 month I interned with MEA, right? तो आपको अपना फिट करना पड़ेगा कि किस तरीके से आप बेसिकली वहां पर काम करना चाहते हैं, अपना स्केड्यूल, अपने एग्जाम्स एंड एवरीथिंग यू हैव टू सी. डाइवर्सिटी की बात की जाए तो इन लाइन विद गोल ऑफ टेकिंग मिनिस्ट्री एंड फॉरेन पॉलिसी क्लोजर टू पीपल फ्रॉम ऑल पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री, all efforts will be made to ensure increased diversity amongst the group of interns in each term with respect to gender, unprivileged sections, geographical domicile and representation from urban rural areas. तो गांव से, शहर से, every aspect is covered here, and candidates from districts under transformation of aspirational districts program TADP and those belonging to SC, ST, OBC, EWS categories shall be given priority at different stages in the selection process. So they see each and everything, every background, and on the basis of that only they offer you internship. But most important, your merit, your score, your extracurricular activities. Have you participated in any project? any research program you conducted or you were a part of that, any research paper you wrote. So these things are also considered in the final merit list, right? Selection की बात की जाए, so selection process will be duly online at www.internship.mea.gov.in with application, scrutiny, selection, allocation of division, notification, extension and certification to be managed on a dedicated internship portal of the ministry, which you can access to. Each candidate needs to register on the internship portal and obtain access credentials to participate in the process. तो registration करना बहुत जरूरी है इस प्रोसेस में. अगर पार्टिसिपेट करना, अगर आपको रजिस्टर करना है तो आप www.mea.gov.in पर जाइए और वहां रजिस्टर करिए. No applications will be accepted on any mail ID. So पोर्टल पर ही आपको सारा अपना जो भी फॉर्म फिलअप करना है वही होगा, एंड वहीं आपको पता चलेगा कि that your application has been scrutinized for the interview or not, because you have to face the interview, and then only you will, get through this internship. So the selection process will consist of 2 stages, that is preliminary screening and personal interview. The process will follow a quota cum weightage system whereby applicants belonging to 14 states and 4 union territories will be considered in each term as per the following table. So table आपकी स्क्रीन पर आपको दिख रहा है. Term 1 जो कि अप्रैल से सितंबर के बीच में रहता है, and Term 2 that is October to March. So कुछ स्टेट्स के यहाँ पर नाम है और यूनियन टेरिटरीज जो टर्म 1 में है, और टर्म 2 में कुछ स्पेसिफिक हमारी स्टेट्स एंड यूटीज रहती है, राइट. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नोट दैट आप कौन से स्टेट या फिर यूटी से बिलोंग करते हैं तो आपको उस टर्म में वही फिल करना है. एज पर द अबव टेबल अगर आप देखेंगे, so 26 interns from 14 states put together, and 2 interns from 4 UTs put together, and 2 more interns with maximum marks from TADP districts or underprivileged sections of the society. So total that is 30. So minimum of 30% may be filled by women candidates also. So weightage will be based on academic performance, assessed by percentage of marks obtained in class 12th and graduation exams. So आपके एग्जाम्स के मार्क्स भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं फाइनल मेरिट लिस्ट के लिए, ठीक है. Candidates should apply online only, as I told. State-wise merit lists will be prepared separately for male and female candidates by elimination based on academic performance in +2 and graduation exams, right? Priority will be given to applicants from TADP districts during preliminary screening and to applicants belonging to SC, ST, OBC, EWS categories in personal interview stage. So these are certain criteria, but it doesn't mean that you don't apply. अगर आपको लगता है कि competition इतना है, a lot of people will be applying, right? So if all that things, if you see, are there, so it doesn't mean that you cannot apply. You can apply. It's just you have to trust on yourself and give a try. ठीक है. Honorarium की बात की जाए तो, और एयरफेयर की भी, तो it's a very very good perk given to you as an intern. So honorarium आपको 10,000 पर मंथ दिया जाएगा. तो अगर आप 1 महीना कर रहे हैं तो आपको 10,000, 2 महीना that is 20,000, and 3 months that is 30,000, right? Cost of one time to and fro travel भी दिया जाएगा, subject to ceiling on the prevailing economy class airfare between the state capital and Delhi from the domicile state or from the college university of the selected candidate will be provided. The interns would be responsible for their board and lodging in Delhi during the period of the internship. तो जहां से आप belong करते हैं, जैसे supposedly, like I was from Himachal, my domicile state is Himachal, so nearest airport जो पड़ता था वो चंडीगढ़, right, airport. So from there to Delhi, I was given airfare, right? Means I was given the tickets. So I went and came, through that only air flight. And the important part that आपको अपना वहां रहना खाना खुद ही मैनेज करना पड़ेगा. So accommodation will not be provided to you. Obligations of the intern, that the internship program provides an introduction to the process of formulation of foreign policy and its implementation by the government of India. Interns will be assigned specific topics of work by the concerned head of the division. तो आपका हेड ऑफ द डिवीजन आपके ज्वाइंट सेक्रेटरी हो सकते हैं, डायरेक्टर हो सकते हैं, ज्वाइंट डायरेक्टर हो सकते हैं। तो वो आपको कोई प्रोजेक्ट देंगे, कोई भी काम देंगे, एंड दैट मे बी रिक्वायर्ड it may be required to conduct research, write reports, analyze evolving developments, or carry out other tasks entrusted to them by the HOD. So जो भी आपको काम दिया जाएगा वो आपको परफॉर्म करना होगा, and at the end of the internship, each intern shall submit a detailed report of their work carried out, and if required make a presentation of it. तो आपको सबमिट करना होगा आपके HOD को, और जो आउटकम होगा वो स्टडी का, that will remain an intellectual property of the Ministry of External Affairs, and interns shall not use without prior approval of the ministry. The intern shall maintain full confidentiality of any information relating to Ministry of External Affairs. तो full confidentiality maintain करनी है, कोई भी डेटा ब्रीच या आपको कोई भी प्राइवेट इंफॉर्मेशन, कॉन्फिडेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन लीक नहीं करनी है या फिर स्प्रेड आउट नहीं करनी है। Termination of internship, selection to the internship program at the Ministry of External Affairs is strictly subject to necessary scrutiny clearances. तो आपका पूरा background, it is very important, NE is very much clear कि आपके ऊपर कोई FIR या कोई केस या फिर कोई भी अगर प्रॉब्लम है, मतलब कोई भी वेरिफिकेशन कहीं ना कहीं मतलब उसमें प्रॉब्लम आती है, सो इट इज गोइंग टू ब्रिंग सम प्रॉब्लम। तो आपको पुलिस क्लियरेंस सर्टिफिकेट हासिल करना होता है अपने नियरेस्ट पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट से। सो ऑल क्लियरेंसेस के बाद ही, बहुत आई वुड से चेक्स के बाद ही आपका प्रॉपर वहां पर फाइनल सिलेक्शन होता है। द मिनिस्ट्री में टर्मिनेट द एंगेजमेंट ऑफ एनी इंटर्न एट एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम एज इट डीम्स फिट विदाउट गिविंग एनी रीजन। ठीक है, decision of the ministry shall be final in this regard. An intern can choose to terminate the internship giving prior notice of 1 week to the ministry. In such cases, the cost of air travel, if any, will be recovered by the intern only. तो आपको पहले इन्फॉर्म करना पड़ेगा और फिर एयर फेयर को भी आपसे ही लिया जाएगा, राइट, इन एनी केस अगर कुछ ऐसा होता है। ठीक है, सो इट हैज टू बी विल बी रिकवर्ड बाय द इंटर्न। ठीक है, तो ये कुछ चीजें हैं जो आपको ध्यान रखनी है। आई होप दीज आर क्लियर। स्टिल इफ एनी डाउट यू कैन मैसेज मी ऑन माई इंस्टाग्राम dikshantsharma.ps and I will solve your queries. Technical queries के लिए please mail to MEA because I am not a technical person to solve them. So all the very best. Do apply and do not forget to subscribe Passion Studies. Thank you.